Joining me in the room podcast tonight is the Water Buffalo, 5-1 light heavyweight Fabio Cherant with a huge opportunity. He's fighting this coming Wednesday night, CES 61 at the Crown Plaza in Warwick. Fabio, welcome to the show and congratulations on this huge opportunity. CES coming out of COVID with an all-star lineup, man. How you feeling about it?
I feel great. I've been waiting patiently for a name since my last fight, and it's here. I couldn't be more excited. I'm fighting a game opponent, stud, very dangerous guy, and this is where I get to show who the hell I am and show why I belong in the next level. I'm fighting a guy that's 3-0. 3 first-round finishes, and I like to finish fights myself. It's going to be fun.
Excellent. And like you said, 3 first-round finishes. I think he does have a couple of TKOs, submission finish. He also has, I think, 3 or 4 finishes and no losses on his amateur record. So this dude is a killer from beginning to end. You talk about him being 3-0. We are talking about UG coming out of New York. He is the Premier FC middleweight champion. He's stepping up to fight you at light heavyweight. How did this name come about? He's a stud and a big up-and-coming fighter coming into New England to face you. How did it come about?
Like I said, I've been looking. And me and one of the matchmakers of CES were talking. We actually had 2 names. And I was just literally, he told me who they were. And I said, look, I don't give a fuck who it is. You can pick. I'll fight whoever. And let's get it going. And they sent me the contract with the name, and that's how I found out.
Now, did you know anything about UG before? I know he doesn't have many fights. But did you hear of anything, or is he all new to you and someone you kind of got to look at in this last week and a half of preparation?
I've heard of him before because he fought somebody I'm cool with, and obviously he beat Pat Casey. But that's when I knew who he was. But I never assumed that I would ever fight him, and so it's all new. You know what I mean?
Well, you guys don't make it to decisions. You guys finish people when you win these fights. Fabio, you're a submission specialist, but your last fight, your hand showed through in there. You set up that submission, basically knocking your opponent kind of into another atmosphere to put him into that submission, man. What do you attribute that to? I mean, we have all finishes on your record, but your hands are really showing through.
I think my striking's really slept on. I haven't really had much opportunity to show my hands. But basically the quarantine, man, all I've been working on is my boxing with my boxing coach, Jose Santos, out of 401 Boxing. And I've been drilling a lot, a lot of shit. And even during the quarantine, I would just come up with weird combinations that I think would work. And then I'd go to training the next day, and me and Jose would talk about it, and we'd try it out and be like, oh shit, this actually doesn't look bad. And one of the because before in sparring or whatever it was, I never really go to the body throwing punches because I never felt comfortable. So during the quarantine, I had a lot of opportunity to work throwing body punches and stuff like that. And the more I threw it, the more comfortable I got. And me and Jose were talking, and the whole time, Jose, man, I really think I'm going to finish this fight by breaking that body down. And sure than shit, that's what happened. And when the fight first started out, he kicked me in the leg, he teeped me, and then that's when I was like, all right, because I haven't fought in the year before that, so it was like I haven't been in there. It wasn't really ring rust, but it was me getting comfortable. And as soon as I got comfortable and found my range, that's where I hit that body. And then I hit it again, hit that hook, and everything changed.
The speed and the accuracy of it. I mean, Pat Miletich talking about it. Dude, man, did you surprise Jose with that, or did he know it was coming?
No, we like that. So he basically gave me the game plan. We talked about it for like two months. We didn't know that fight was gonna happen, but for 2 months, that's what we talked about. Like that combination. We worked on it. We worked on it. We worked on it. And right before I left, we were talking, and he was like, "First thing I want you to do when this fight starts off is punch him to the body and let him know that you have that tool." And from there, I just had it glued to my head. That's where I was throwing my first punch. And that was, if you go back and watch, that was the first punch I threw. Fake the jab, throw it to the body. And then as soon as I got his reaction out of it, that's when I went body. And then I hit him with that hook to the head, and he just wasn't ready.
Yeah, wasn't ready at all. I know a good friend of yours and a main training partner of yours, Sean Lally, took the trip with you. Man, how special was that to get back into the cage after that fight in the Contender, going to another promotion that you never fought for? I mean, all your previous fights, pro fights, were for CES. How was it to have a friend come along with you and get back into that win column?
For it, man, it was huge because the whole, like, basically, it was almost a year, that I had fought, and I don't know, I was in my head a lot, like I was having a little bit of confidence issues with fighting because I hadn't fought in a while. Every single fight I was supposed to have didn't happen. I was supposed to fight for Cage Titans in January, didn't work. I was supposed to fight for CES in April. COVID happened. So I was just sitting on the back burner like, fuck. And then I had people telling me, oh, we're probably not going to have any local fights till 2021. So I'm sitting there like, fuck, what am I going to do, And then out of nowhere, I get a text from my manager. Hey, we have an opponent for LFA in 5 weeks. I was like, let me just check with my people, see if they like it. And within an hour, I was like, let's do it.
Well, they saw something coming, with this matchup. You went in there, you took out a pretty game opponent who's fought for LFA a couple of times, took him out pretty quick. First round.
Finished him fast. I finished him faster than anybody's finished him.
There you go. I mean, basically kind of knocked him out into next Tuesday and then submit him like you usually do. Now we're going against a dude with not as much experience, but I think a very, very dangerous young stud coming up with UG. What are you thinking about this? Like you said, he finished Pat Casey, I think in February, and Pat Casey's a very, very well-known stud in New England.
Yep.
First round knockout of Pat. So this kid's game on the floor and, on his feet. What are you thinking about this matchup, and how excited are you to maybe get your hands busy again here?
Super, man, I'm telling you, I'm really excited. I can't express how excited I am. Wednesday, you're going to see how excited I am. I'm not going to freak out or do anything stupid. I'm always cool, calm, collected when I fight. But you guys are going to see why I belong in the next level. I mean, he's, like I said, he's a gangster for coming up and fighting me in another weight class, He's never fought anybody my size. On paper, I don't know who he trains with or whatever it is, but he's never fought anybody my size. He's fought smaller opponents, and I think the biggest he fought was Pat Casey, but he also has never fought anybody that can mix it up like I can. But then again, it is the fight game. The well-prepared fighter can go out there and lose in 30 seconds, So that's why this is so like, I'm super excited for this fight because it's that dangerous, You have a kid stepping up 3-0, 3 first-round finishes in a lower weight class, coming up to fight me, and it's awesome. Man, and
Hey, Fabio, bravo for that, because we watch you online. You've been adamant about getting another fight, basically saying you'll fight for free. I mean, you're hungry to get in there. You are basically one fight away for getting that next level chance again, man. And we know in New England that, coming off your last performance, that you're going to do well once you get that shot.
Yeah.
How do you, I mean, you've been here before with the no crowd. Actually, how you having a little advantage over some of the other fighters fighting on this card because you've been through it. What's it like? Do you realize it while it's going on, or
Oh
is it
yeah.
yeah?
It was dope because um, even on the Contender Series, it was still it was a little quiet, not like it was my LFA fight, but for LFA, man, I just I from going into the venue to walking out, I just felt super relaxed and super calm to the point where I was almost scared. And I remember looking at Sean, I was like, yo, am I too calm right now? Like, I don't, like, I feel like super relaxed. Is that a bad thing? And he goes, I was thinking the same thing, but you seem to be really, really comfortable, And it's like, and as soon as the fight started off, I was just like, okay, we're here, let's go, And I didn't really pay attention to the crowd. I don't really pay attention to the crowd. So having no crowd was pretty cool because I could hear my corner, and that's one thing I don't usually get to do. I could, even though we didn't really say anything to each other because Sean the only thing he said to me was right before I finished the fight. He was just like, told me to calm down, and I could hear him say that. But it's cool. It's cool. I definitely like it a lot, because there's no casuals there. I don't have to hear somebody scream, "Oh, break off, throw punches,"
Yeah.
or saying anything stupid, and which is huge plus side.
Excellent. Well, Fabio, you are fighting along a lot of cross training partners, fighters that you've come up with in this game. And how do you feel about representing CES, the first card out of COVID in New England, man, and along with a lot of studs just like yourself that are just on the cusp of making it to that next level and beyond?
I mean, it's a blessing, because who knows what my next fight would have been if this didn't happen, So and the fact that I'm on a card with such killers, I fought with some of them already, John Gotti, me and him have fought on 2 cards. Chris Montino, I think the same amount. So it's awesome to be on the same card as some of these guys, and I gotta stand out for sure, and I have a feeling I'm gonna make some noise,
Excellent. Well, we're a little closer to home this time, Fabio. Who's going to be making the trip with you, cage side? I know, with the new, the first card in Rhode Island, basically, there's probably some restrictions. Who's going to be able to be cornering with you?
It's gonna be Lally and Loco Lobo.
The two big important guys there. I mean, of course, Jose will be watching from the sidelines, man.
Yeah, so they emailed me about my corners, and it was supposed to be Jose, Loco, and Lally, and they told me there are only two
Yeah.
corners, so I was just, I was like, yeah, whatever. So Jose won't be there, but when next time when I'm allowed to have my corners, he will.
Exactly. And, I'm hearing CES, with this card, and it kind of opens up the floodgates that they're going to get more cards going and they'll be more involved in these cards. So you'll be able to have them corners down the line. And who knows, in a few months, Fabio, we might have fans there, but you kind of enjoy it both ways. But, down the line, after this fight, your hand raised, Fabio, you might not be back in that CES cage.
I don't think I will. Right now, if everything works out well, I'll probably be fighting at the end of the month or early November. So, and that's to be determined on depending on what happens on Wednesday.
Excellent. Well, Fabio, before I let you give your shout outs and your sponsors there, one last question. What do we expect to see from the Water Buffalo come this coming Wednesday, October 14th, for the first CES card back after COVID?
I don't do predictions anymore. Just expect expect fireworks. You know, I'm looking to stand out from the card. You know, there's a lot of big names on there, a lot of young up and coming killers, and I'm looking to stand out and be different and finish my fight in a spectacular way. You know, but I mean that's basically it. I know I like I said, I don't want to get too into depth with oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, because it never happens. So just expect fireworks.
Excellent. Last thing, my friend, shout out social media. We got, a week to go before this big fight happens. Throw it out there, my friend.
I just want to shout out my teammates that have helped me, you know, Sean Lally, Tommy Davis, Terrence Team Jack. Me and him have been working a lot together lately. And my coaches, you know, Jose, Loco, even Lally, the guys down at Hard Knocks Everett, Hard Knocks Boston, that are helping me get better and helping me grow. You know, it's just without them, this is impossible. And it's time to put on Wednesday for them and for myself.
Excellent, my man. Last thing, social media, my friend.
Buffalo MMA 8. Yeah, Buffalo MMA 8, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook is just my regular name, you know.
Excellent. Easy. Well, Fabio, thank you so much for giving me some time this last week before this huge event of yours, man. So Fabio Cherant, 5-1, 5 finishes, taken on UG at CES 61 this coming Wednesday in Warwick, Rhode Island. Fabio, man, have a fabulous week, bro, and we'll be seeing you on weigh-ins, man, and good luck, bro. Sky's the limit. Win here, bro. We'll be seeing big things for you, man.
Hell yeah. See you later.
All right.